After a day off, we're back in action here at the FIBA Women's AfroBasket 2017. A youthful and exciting Egyptian team looking for their biggest scalp yet as they take on the undefeated defending champions Senegal. Welcome along to Bamako, Mali from me, Tim Long, alongside former GB Women's head coach Roy Birch. Senegal making a perfect start to the defence of their crown here at the 21st edition of this competition. But after a 66-point win over Guinea in the tournament opener, they've been pushed in their last two games, edging Mozambique by 9 and the DR Congo by just 7. Today's opponents, Egypt, have ruffled some feathers as the youngest team in the Malian capital. Back-to-back big wins over DR Congo and Guinea, averaging 104 points per game, before Nigeria brought them crashing back down to earth with a 34-point thumping on game day 3. So here we are, Egypt against Senegal at the start of game day 4.
Yeah, Egypt had a terrific start to the tournament, beating DR Congo by 27 and then beating Guinea by 31. That's the schedule for today, a key game. Then later on, that'll be Democratic Republic against Mozambique. That's in this group. But as you said, Tim, Egypt were brought down to earth against Nigeria. The words headless and chicken came to mind, I'm afraid, against Nigeria. They just tried to drive full court time after time after time. It didn't work. They missed layup after layup and Nigeria made them pay. Senegal, on the other hand, well, they've had a relatively quiet passage to this stage. Okay, they beat Guinea by 66, predictable. Were they relaxed or too relaxed against Mozambique and DR Congo? We don't know. A 9-point and a 7-point game. They'll be wanting to re-establish their championship credentials today. And remember, Senegal in this group play Nigeria on day 5. That's going to be a key game as far as the positions in this group are concerned.
We had a quick look at the group just a few moments ago. There are 2 groups of 6. The top 4 from each group goes through to the quarter-final lineup. First from one group plays 4th from the other, and so on. So there are places at stake in the quarter-finals, but also it's important in terms of who matches up against who. And here we have Senegal 3-0 taking on Egypt 2-1, and we'll just pause for a few moments now for the 2 national anthems. We're ready to get back underway here at the FIBA Women's AfroBasket 2017. The record and defending champion Senegal aiming to top the group and taking on a young Egyptian team that are desperate for a place in the quarterfinals. Former GB Women's head coach Roy Birch alongside me, Tim Long, for this one. And Roy, Senegal still unbeaten, but they have wobbled a bit the past two games after looking impressive on the opening day.
Yeah, they've wobbled, but I think it's all been about coaching, basically. Nodu Guy, the Senegal coach, he kept a star player, Astou Traoré, on the bench for a long, long time in that game against Democratic Republic of Congo. Perhaps not risking an injury, or perhaps just giving her a rest, who knows. But I think everyone was surprised by the effort put in by DR Congo that game, especially Nodu Guy. But he got away with it, so he's 3-0. Egypt are 2-1. They should be safe. I say that should with inverted commas. You never know if there's a three-way tie for a position, then it goes on points difference in that tie between all three teams. All the other games are disregarded, but Egypt should be close, should be okay in the group qualification for the quarterfinals. And I say that with a little bit of hesitation.
We see our referees for this first game out of 6 on court here today, and we really are over the next couple of days going to see the impact of winning margins and points differential, as well as of course those win-loss records as well, as we try and finalise our lineup for the quarterfinals. Senegal certainly will be there, but what place are they going to be in? As we see their roster, the number 5 and the number 10, the two Traorés, absolutely key. Aya was tournament MVP a couple of years ago, averaged 13 points, 1.7 steals per game so far at this tournament, and Astou, the number 10, a phenomenal 24.7 points per game, as well as 5.3 boards and 2.3 steals. She's shooting 79% inside, as well as 36% from downtown.
Yeah, for Egypt, an awful lot resting on the young shoulders of Soraya Degadi. 33 points in the first game, but unfortunately for her, she alerted everyone that she's played against so far to the fact that she's a key player for Egypt, averaging just 18 points, I say just 18.3 points a game after that phenomenal first game.
There we see Astou Traoré, their key scorer at the 2015 tournament when they took gold, averaged 15.4 points per game 2 years ago. She's some way over that so far here in 2017, nearly 25 points per game, as we see the Senegalese starting 5 with the two Traorés in there, and another key player, Mame Mari Sidiop, the number 12, 36 years of age, and a well-rounded 11.7 points, 5 boards and 4.7 assists per game so far at this tournament.
Again, just to remind our viewers that Senegal play Nigeria in game 5 tomorrow. That'll be the last game of the entire group stage, and that is a lip-smacking game indeed. Now, will Coach Guy rest some players in anticipation of that against this young Egyptian team? He knows he's going to have a game on our hands. I mean, Egypt play at one pace, fast, quick. They get it down the floor so quickly if they possibly can, and the sad thing for them is it doesn't always end in the desired result, the score.
We see their starting 5 with Soraya Degadi, the number 8, absolutely key, as we've already touched upon. And there she is, 18.3 points, 3 assists, 1.3 steals per game so far. She had 6 of 11 from downtown en route to that 33-point game in game 1. Not quite hit those heights since, but those two are going to be absolutely key today.
Yeah, it's a bit, that will be. I don't think that'll be a matchup, but as we split screen there, two key players. I very much doubt whether they'll be very close to each other in the initial stages.
Another key player for Egypt, the captain, the number 14, Menatala Awad. One of the more experienced players on this roster, even at the relatively young age of 25. Around 13 points and close to 6 rebounds a game and 2 steals a game for her so far. They're going to have more than Soraya Degadi contributing today if they're going to get anything against the defending champions.
Remember, Egypt came to this tournament without possibly their star player, who's off to the United States on a scholarship. She's sorting out a visa at the moment. They said they weren't going to replace her, but I'm not sure whether they had a late replacement or not, but Mai Helwa, number 69, we hadn't got her on the original list, but she puts an awful lot of effort into the game, both ends of the floor. She's a strong rebounder, and she initiates many fast breaks, or at least many full-court drives.
The two head coaches, Mustafa Gaye of Senegal, we've just seen, Ama Ashou of Egypt. A tough prospect awaiting his team on court in the first game of the day here on game day 4. We're back in action then at the FIBA Women's AfroBasket 2017. The day starts with the defending champions, Senegal, looking to go a perfect 4-0 as they continue their pursuit of a championship repeat to match the achievements of the team that won back-to-back golds in the early 90s. Egypt looking to instigate the biggest shock of the competition so far as they continue to dream of a first medal in 40 years.
It'll be a monumental shock if they do, because Senegal have never lost to Egypt.
First shot off the mark, and Egypt have a chance for the first score, and they get it in transition. Al-Shaway. Good positive start for them. That's what they need, a good start in this one. Over on the far side, it's swung back this way. Astou Traoré had to adjust to catch it. Then it goes towards the low post to Dow, across to the far side. Aya Traoré now shoots the 3. Offensive board, Astou finds Aya across to this near side. They're moving it around, plenty of touches for everybody. Still trying to create a good look as she dances through the paint. Astou Traoré shows us early on what she can do.
Well, Senegal did the right thing there. They made that Egyptian zone work so hard. And with very little time left on the shot clock, they got the score.
Here's Awad, the captain, out to Al-Shaway. Back to Awad again, into the corner of the paint. Difficult shot against Astou Traoré, and here she comes in transition. Was so good in transition on the opening night against Guinea. Went 11 of 13 inside. Here she is on the outside for 3 and throws up an air ball.
Yeah, Senegal just made Egypt work very hard for a contested shot, and what's more, there was not a single rebounder there for Egypt. Let's see if they get some boards this time.
And a basket each in the opening minute and a half. Awad. Here's Mai Halwa, the player we think was a late addition. Here's Al-Shaway. She throws up an air ball.
And a half-hearted rebounder there.
If Egypt are going to stand any chance of causing an upset here, they're probably going to have to hit a few from downtown the way they did in game 1. When Soraya Dagadi was 6 of 11 from 3-point range. Here's Mai Halwa pinching it back, releasing her teammate down the floor for the easy 2.
And a smart no foul there from Fatou Dieng.
Mana Ihab with the score. They almost forced another turnover there, but it's Astou free in the corner, puts the ball on the floor, steps in for the mid-ranger. Off the mark, offensive rebound, put back in.
That's the story of the game so far. Okay, it's tied at 4s, but Senegal, well, they're contesting the boards both ends. Egypt aren't.
Here's Soraya driving in towards the baseline, difficult against the much taller player, Ramata Dow. There's the steal back, 3-on-1 here. Batted away though, they got a hand on that, but it's put back in by Awad.
Wonderful hands there to steal the ball.
Egypt so far going toe-to-toe with the defending champions. For how long though? Dow feeds it into the low post. That's where they have the big advantage in the form of Dow. You can see that they really have gone for height in this lineup with Diop and Dow, and Astou Traoré's got height and athleticism.
Well, 3 offensive opportunities for Senegal. They went outside, and then on the 4th they went inside. And enough of perimeter game.
Knocked away from Halwa, released down the floor to Traoré. Astou feeding it in, and go inside again, and a foul this time on Mai Halwa.
First foul of the game. Senegal on the foul line.
Diop, the 36-year-old, key player to Senegal's previous few successes at this tournament, and perhaps wanting to go out on a high this time around with another goal. Champions in 2015 and 2009, Senegal.
You're making the assumption there, Tim, that the 36-year-old won't make the tournament in 2 years' time, are you?
Well, we've seen a 43-year-old, haven't we?
That's exactly my point.
All about that desire to keep on going. Ball on the floor. Not in the basket, though, from Ehab. It's a strong drive, but the left-hand finish not quite good enough. Here's Dieng. Feed it straight away, again into the low post. Dow inside, they're battering Egypt inside. Halawa. Behind the back pass, connecting with Awad just about. She's fouled. Lovely attempt at the feed from Halwa. Astou Traoré is getting a few words of wisdom over on the sideline while these foul shots are being taken. Menatella Awad at the stripe, able to get them both. Egypt staying in touch for now. Back out to Dieng. Screen set by CDR. Aya Traoré feeding it in, and a 3-second violation.
As rare as hen's teeth.
Never heard that one before, Roy.
Not been on this planet as long as me, Tim.
Awad. Awad crossing over onto the left. Stops on the foul line, guarded by Astou Traoré. Soraya Dekadi. She's going to take on the contested long two, fires it wide of the basket. Howard picks up the pieces but can't put it in.
Well, that's better from Egypt. Okay, they missed the shot. They had one player contesting the boards.
Aya Traoré crosses over towards the baseline, off the mark with that long two. Offensive ball though for Dow. Dow back to Dieng. Dieng on the dribble drive, left hand, got away from a couple. Back out to the perimeter. Astou's calling for it on the perimeter. Instead it's a long two on this near side for Dow that's right on the money.
And that came from another offensive rebound from Senegal. There was a half-hearted attempt at boxing out. If you're going to box out, you've got to box out for real.
Ehab. Halwa. Shawe was calling for it. It goes the other way though. Here's Soraya Dekadi. More space to unload this time from D. Won't bounce for her though. Dieng across to CDO, back out, wide open look for Dieng. She puts it on the floor, finds Astou Traoré for the long two, and she knocks it down.
And the first time out of the game called by Egypt.
Astou Traoré shown what she can do so far, and so have Senegal. They've gone up by 6 here after around 6 minutes. Timeout called. Egypt 8, Senegal 14.
Well, we're zooming in on the Senegalese timeout, but now here's coach Astou of Egypt. I wonder whether we'll hear, I don't know what the Egyptian word for rebound is, but it's probably the same.
We can see straight away that Egypt have a real problem inside on offense and defense. They're relying a little bit on that three-point shot, not making them. And every time Senegal looking to go inside and battering Egypt on the boards. 4 points so far for Astou Traoré, another 4 for CDR, but rather surprisingly it's Ramata Dow who's leading the way with 6 points, and that just goes to illustrate the point I was making. It's her presence inside doing the damage.
It was at this stage of the game that Nigeria, after having a quarter timeout, said, right, we're going to put some full court press on. And nothing as yet in that ilk from Senegal. I wonder how long it'll take. Senegal still in their half-court man-to-man.
Ehab. Soraya's on the move, as she always is. Really good look for 3. It's just not happening for her yet. She hit 5 in the first half of game 1. Astu, can she hit one? No. That would have been a huge blow for Egypt, a potential 6-point swing. The differential remains 6. Ehab. Now Awad. Halwa. Awad calling for it on the far side. Halwa clings onto it. She wants to find Soraya. Halwa coming to set a screen. Soraya not using it. Going across to the far side, had it knocked away.
That's terrific individual defense from Diodou Diouf. She resisted the temptation to reach in, and she just waited for the error, and it came.
She's averaged a joint team-high 2.3 steals per game so far. You can see why. Astu Traore into the foul line, back out. Here she is on the offensive end now, Diouf, missing the three-point shot. Both teams have missed a few. Here's Awad now. 3-on-2, fast break. Awad across to Ehab. Ehab puts it on the floor. On the move, couldn't put it in the basket though. They've not been clinical enough when they have had those transition opportunities.
So that was a much better organised fast break then from Egypt. They've learned from their mistakes against Nigeria. They were chaotic against Nigeria, but then was that a three-pointer or was it a long two? If you miss a layup, then you've got to get back and play tough defence.
It's a 3 for Aya Traore, and it's a layup off the mark for Halwa at the other end, and this could go very quickly from bad to worse for Egypt if they're not careful. Diodou Diouf, open three-point shot, short from Aya Traore, who just hit that last one. Offensive rebound again though. Astu onto the foul line to Sarr, inside it goes again, and Aya Traore makes it from 2-point range. It's a double-digit lead already. Whistle on the play for contact away from the ball.
Much to the annoyance of Coach Mamadou Guy.
Diodou Diouf takes a seat on the bench.
Soraya goes out as well for Egypt. Soraya Hardy.
2 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the first. Senegal up by 11. Osama has just come in. On it goes to Abdel Gawad. She tries to go inside. Can't get the roll or the bounce. Nothing going down for Egypt right now. Senegal in transition. Crossover towards the baseline. Here's Astu. She has got her shooting range locked and loaded.
Clinical. That's the word to describe Senegal. Defending champions, perennial champions, of course.
Halwa for 3. Egypt not hitting anything inside or out.
Well, they've stayed on 8 points for a long, long time. Now with a minute and a half to go in the first quarter.
To Dieng, to Umal Kari Sarr, and it goes to Dow. Dow back out, drawing plenty of attention inside, and then finding open teammates on the perimeter. Not quite open that time though was Dieng, who loses it. Halwa tried to play the pass out to Osama, but Astu Traore getting back in transition defense and intercepting, and Halwa then doing the same. Abdel Gawad free down the floor. They've got to make this one count, and they do.
Well, end-to-end turnovers there, and that won't please Mamadou Guy, coach to Senegal. We've got a timeout.
Halwa's layup brings the deficit back to 11. Egypt 10, Senegal 21, just inside the final minute of the first quarter.
I know they're quiet now, Tim, but this is the quietest I've heard the Senegalese fans. Half-hearted drummers, even. Perhaps they anticipate a win on the first night. Well, they were just deafening. Set the tone for the rest of the tournament, didn't they?
Perhaps they've not woken up yet. It is still fairly early morning, local time in Bamako, Mali, 9:45 a.m.
Yeah, the first game in the tournament on day one. Certainly woke us up.
Very true, and their team responded with the biggest win of the tournament so far, 66 points over Guinea. It's been little tighter and a little tenser for them since then. A 9-point win and a 7-point win, but Astou Traoré sees them in a double-digit lead so far in this one. 6 points for her. They've spread their scoring around. 2 players on 6, 1 on 5, 1 on 4.
Might be the right time now to remember the positional situation. The team that comes first in the group plays the team that comes fourth. So at the moment, Egypt are either third or fourth projected in the group, so they'll be playing a very strong team in the quarterfinals.
Offensive rebound, down, and a foul, and she puts it in, no, a travel. It's a break for Egypt. They'll try and make it a single-digit game at the end of the first quarter. Del Gawad. Now Reem Osama, who's averaged in double figures so far. Halwa. Osama. Abdel Gawad again. Halwa setting a screen. Around it she goes. Halwa puts the ball on the floor, tries to get closer to the basket, just runs into traffic though. There's 3 of them hunting in a pack there, trying to force the turnover.
And a held ball has been called, and there's no direction arrow on the table for the first time this tournament. The referee looks, and the scorer had to help him out.
Shot clock down to just 3 seconds though, so it's going to be something quick, and it is, although Awad misses after getting in a semi-decent position. She was just slightly too far under the backboard. Here's Aya Traoré, similar position at the other end. She makes a move but misses.
Well, you don't often get Senegal in a lack of concentration situation. That's what Egypt had then, and they didn't make it count.
Nobody making it count right at the end of the first. So Senegal do take their double-digit advantage into the second quarter, leading by 11 here. It's Egypt 10, Senegal 21 at the end of the first. Just a reminder there of the prize for the 2 finalists at this tournament. Place on the line at the World Cup in Spain next September.
Well, at one stage in that first quarter, Tim, I was going to say, OK, they're losing, Egypt, but it's only 6 points. But since then, I didn't actually say it, but since I was going to say it, it has expanded to 11 points. And Senegal haven't really had to work too hard for it.
We see the trouble from both teams on the outside, just 1 of 11 from downtown combined. Egypt have missed all 4 of their attempts, Senegal just 1 of 7. But you see also the dominance of Senegal inside, 8 of 12 from 2-point range.
You might say they're bigger, and you might say they're more athletic as well.
See the up and down, a key part of that, as well as Astou Traoré with her range. Egypt kept pace for the first 4 or 5 minutes, but then Senegal started to pull away. You can see how difficult Egypt have had it there trying to attack inside. And when Senegal don't score inside, they go out to Astou Traoré, who's shown she can fire from all angles.
Tim, I wonder how many opposition players and coaches have scouted Astou Traoré intensely. She's got a very readable fake, and both feet go. That certainly isn't a travel, but she does it almost instinctively.
Thrown down towards the edge of the paint to a Wans, back out. 3-point shot for Egypt will fall from a couple of feet back. That's their first after missing their first 4 attempts.
Senegal stepped on the floor then in inbounding the ball, but there was no pressure, so the referee allowed play to carry on.
And a turnover as well as it's grabbed by Noor Ali. She goes all the way through, gets contact, very nearly a chance at a 3-point play, but what a good start this is from Egypt in the second quarter.
They could have done with a 2 and a 1 there. Someone is getting the rough end of Coach Guy's tongue there. Subbing out. Or perhaps not. Indecision on the Senegalese bench. Yeah, the coach wants to make a sub, but the sub's not ready.
Line is Noor Ali, who only played 3.5 minutes of that first quarter. She misses her first shot in the game of any type.
What a waste of a good steal. Could quite easily have been an and one, instead of which they may come up with nothing. Well,
7.6 rebounds for her so far. She gets the 1 point from the foul line, her first of the game. Here's Astou Traoré. Throws it away.
No semblance of an apology either from her.
7 points differential. It's been as many as 11. Chance for Egypt to make it even closer here. Awad shooting over the top of Astou Traoré, missing the shot though. Sene releasing the ball down the floor quickly. Sarr, she throws it away as well. A couple of passes way overhead. Back-to-back turnovers for Senegal.
Well, that doesn't happen very often. And substitution Tunisia and Senegal. Again, Coach Mamadou Gueye of Senegal looks down his bench and it looks good kill, but it wasn't the bench that threw the 2 turnover passes.
Abdel Gawad to Remo Sama. Halwa's on the move. Sama clings onto it though, looks to drive left hand, faced by the help defense, went to Halwa, and then down the line goes Morali, and she runs into trouble too. Sarr takes on the long 2. Rebound for Egypt. Remo Sama looking to push the ball quickly down the floor.
That's good. Don't just put your head down and penetrate. Spray the ball around.
Halwa to Abdel Gawad. Knocked away. And it's going to go the other way.
Well, indecision there. The dribbler knew she'd lost the ball and then thought, have I or haven't I? And in the end she made the decision, but far too late.
Egypt a couple of opportunities missed to try and close this gap further and make it a really tight game. And they're clinging in so far. Astou Traoré quickly on to Sidion to this near side. Good look for 3, and it goes as well for Aya Traoré. The MVP has found her range too.
That'll hurt Egypt. They've had the chances.
That 3-point shooting stat not updating. It's 2 of 8 from downtown for Senegal so far after that one. Long 2 over the top of the backboard, and that will stop the clock. A 10-point difference again then. Egypt punished for not taking their chances. Astou Traoré, 3-point shot for her. They can't make it back-to-back efforts from downtown. And here come Egypt in transition. Halwa to Abdel Gawad, dances through a gap, but again the finish is lacking. She recovers it on the far side. Remo Sama for 3, got it. Well, Egypt's just trying to stay in touch here.
A rare second phase offense then from Egypt. What I've noticed is that Senegal don't exactly bust a gut to get back on defense when they've lost the ball. They know that Egypt do occasionally, or more than occasionally, take, let's say, a poor percentage shot. Oh, that's a travel.
3,
yeah.
but too many steps back.
It's a case of 1 step forward, 2 back.
Before that, the 2 for Astou Traoré at the other end, so Senegal an opportunity to make it a double-digit lead again. Aya Traoré. Oh, they turn it over into the hands of Abdel Gawad. She read the passing lane. Gets fouled on her route to the rim.
A well-drawn foul.
might have turned the ball over on her previous possession, but she's making her presence felt. Meral Asram Abdel Gawad, part of Egypt's team at last month's Under-19s World Cup in Italy. There are 4 players from that Under-19s team on this 12-woman roster, the youngest team at the competition.
We've got to remind ourselves, Tim, that this Egyptian side is very, very young and inexperienced as well. A more experienced player on that occasion there would possibly a hesitation dribble and then drawn the foul and got the score as well, instead of which they come back with 1 from 2 from the foul line.
There goes Sene, lightning fast speed down the floor, coast to coast.
That's the difference. Egypt go coast to coast and miss. Senegal don't.
The difference in experience as well. She was a gold medalist with Senegal all the way back in 2009. Not just plenty of appearances at this level for these Senegalese players, but plenty of medals as well. Many of these Egyptians playing at the first tournament of this level for them. They've turned it over here, and they'll be punished as well by Sidiot, the most experienced of them all for Senegal. 12 points the difference, 6 minutes of the first half to play.
Well, Senegal don't need any gifts, but they'll take them.
Abdel Gawad. Sharif lines up the 3, misses it. Real battle for the ball, but it's Sene who comes away with it. Going through the gears again, looking to attack once more. Kicks it out to CDR. Nothing but net from her. Senegal looking a clinical mood right now.
Looking like champions.
Egypt have to sort it out quickly, otherwise the game could get beyond them before half-time. Halwa takes on the long 2 with a hand in her face. Rebound Ayad Traore, releases to Sene, out to Astou, back to Sene, open spot for the 3, little off balance, the miss, but the offensive board and the 2 for Ramata Dow. Double figures for her now. Dow coming up with the loose ball at the other end, Sene taking it off her, then releasing the quarterback pass down the floor to the wide receiver Astou Traore, but she can't finish with a touchdown.
Soraya Tagadi coming back in. They need her presence of mind on the floor at the moment. The old adage in basketball, if you give the ball away you can't score. The problem is your opponents can. That's what's happening at the moment. Too many turnovers, Egypt.
Correction to Dow's stat line, 8 points for her. But they have 4 players, Senegal, on 8 points each. Now Sharway to Nourali. Sharway again, getting in, laying it up and in with the contact, and how badly they needed that one.
Polish referee just had a word with Tagadi there. Very polite word. Don't forget the 3-second rule, he said. She was just standing there, the whole offense.
Sharway at the line. She's had a well-rounded performance so far at this tournament. 8.3 points, 6.7 boards, 3.7 assists, 2 steals a game, doing a bit of everything, but not doing a bit of hitting her foul shots.
Again, I don't believe what I just saw. Inexperience there from the foul shooter. She had her foot well over the foul line as she took the foul shot.
Sidiot had it knocked away, but a foul. Those players on 8 points for Senegal, by the way, the 2 Traores, along with Sidiot and Dow. Astou Traore into Fatou Dieng, onto Astou Traore again. She got bumped, and she'll have to earn them both from the strike.
As good as being unforgivable on the out-of-bounds play there. Astou Traore inbounded the pass to the corner, cut to the hoop. Simplest give and go, and she got fouled. If your player passes the ball, you step back, don't let her go past you.
So a chance for the number 10 to move on to 10. inevitably she takes it. The first player into double digits in this game. 16 points the advantage for the defending champions. Line goes towards Howell, where Astu Traore almost knocked it away. Kept in play in the corner, back to Remo Sama. Crossovers one way and then the other, trying to create some kind of route close to the basket. Nothing doing though. Ball out of bounds, but just 2 seconds remaining on the shot clock for Egypt here.
Well, let's see if anyone's spotted it. They certainly have,
they have. They worked it well, but missed the shot. In a game like this, against a team like this, you simply have to take chances like that. Dieng to Astu Traore. 16 points the difference. 3.5 to play in the first half. CDO back to Dieng. Aya's free in the corner. Here she is now for 3. Can't make it count this time. Saved on the baseline though. And then Astu Traore, it'll be turned over.
It was one of the first games we did in this tournament, Tim, when we talked about Guinea's lack of shooting ability, and really we could say the same for Egypt as well. Perhaps we were deceived by that 33 points by the lady on the ball at the moment, Sarah Delgado. She had a phenomenal game, but I've not seen any real shooting skills or shooting prowess like we did in that first game for Egypt.
Dieng to Aya Traore. That's going to be Egyptian ball.
All credit to Egypt though, they made sure they got 2 wins, so they are not exactly certain of a quarter-final spot, but it's pretty close, depends on other games.
They have put themselves in a very good position before coming up against 2 much tougher opponents. We've got a timeout call with 3 minutes in the first half to play. Egypt 20, Senegal 36 the score.
البوزيشن موشن مش كل مره احنا هنا ده يفتح ما يفضلش بره دول ما كان بقى سواء نفي تبي بقى اسمه دول سواء نفي دي سواء ما سيبته يفوق الجو اكسترا باس بي عربوا وبي باس اكلي اللي عنده فكره ده اوكي عشان انا بتفكر بالفكره.
Senegal not quite out of sight yet, but they so easily could have been, as we see Ramata Dow's stat line just personifying their dominance inside. 8 points, 10 rebounds, within touching distance of a double-double with still 3 minutes of the first half to play.
Yeah, we've not seen the best of Senegal in this tournament yet. Perhaps they're saving it for the latter stages. I mean, don't forget, in Game 5 tomorrow, Senegal against Nigeria. That will be an absolute cracker. We're as good as certain of that. And of course, Egypt, they can still qualify for this, and another key game in this group later on today. That's DR Congo against Mozambique. The winners of that pretty certain to go through.
3 minutes of the first half remaining. Soraya Dekadi, they could do with her lighting up.
Oh, offensive foul, little handoff.
That's not what they wanted from that possession.
Under the circumstances, when a team is trailing by 36, I'll say that's a cruel call. It was a correct call, yes, but it was cruel.
36 points conceded for Egypt, only 20 scored. Dieng.
Oh, a little through the legs bounce pass.
Thiam for 3. She's shown in this tournament that she's got that kind of shot. The most dangerous player on the perimeter for the defending champions.
What a fantastic assist from Fatou Dieng there.
She's 8 of 14 from downtown in the tournament.
The low post player for Egypt has just not made herself available. Here she is now going around the houses with a shot clock violation. Fundamental skills, off the ball fundamental skills being ignored here by Egypt. If you're going to play a low post, then at least make yourself available.
Sidiop across to Aya Traore. Step back 3, they check it is a 3. Doesn't go down though. Thiam, who hit one on the previous possession, now Dieng. Aya Traore will take on the 2. Another offensive rebound. Third chance opportunity for Senegal. Thiam was calling for it in the corner, didn't get it. Can Egypt make the most of this opportunity in transition? They should do. Bounce pass, simple layup, doesn't go. And that is disastrous for El Shaarawy.
It was easier to score.
It's an open goal of a basket missed. Diop crossover onto the left, pirouette into the paint. Nice move all the way to the hole.
Sporting analogies, Tim, that's like dropping the ball as you're about to score a try.
More than doubled Egypt's tally now, the lead at 21. 3-point shot for Egypt off the mark. And this is about as abysmal an end to the first half as they could have imagined. Thiam locked and loaded in the corner, can't make it count this time. Soraya, nothing coming together for her. She has it knocked away from behind. And now the open floor for Senegal to just rub salt in the Egyptian wounds.
Well, Soraya Dagadi did the right thing because there was no pass on the fast break, but she didn't realise that there was a defender there as well. And at last, well, that's a good reverse layup from Egypt.
21 the difference. 4 seconds differential between shot and game clock at the end of the half. 3-point shot off the mark, so shot clock turned off now, and Egypt plenty of time to work with for the final score of the second quarter. Halwa around the body of Noor Ali to try and create a bit of room. Osama, she takes on the 3, and that will do it for the first half. Senegal with a surge in the second quarter to pull away. Well and truly in command at the break. Egypt 22, the defending champions 43.
Well, we have to ask ourselves, Tim, were we deceived by that first game from Egypt? Lady there taking a quick swig of water. Fantastic game in that first game, 33 points. But since then, okay, they've got 2 wins, but really they're not the same team. But then again, they probably had an easier draw at the start of this group phase. But Senegal, really, they've schooled them, leading by 21, and Senegal haven't really broken sweat.
Rebounding numbers 29-11 in favour of the defending champions, 9-2 on the offensive glass. That just about says it all. They've survived, shooting only 20% from downtown and having 12 turnovers in the first half, but that's because they've shot 63% as they dominate the Egyptians inside in the first half. The halftime score, Egypt 22, Senegal 43. Welcome back to the Palais des Sports in Bamako, Mali, where it's half-time in the first of 6 games on court here today at the 2017 Women's AfroBasket. And the defending champions from 2015 are looking to go 4-0, leading by 21 at half-time over Egypt. There's Tiam, who hit a three-pointer in the first half, and not many threes have gone down for either team. It's inside where Senegal have done the damage. They're shooting 46% from the field overall to Egypt's 23%. And the defending champions led by 2 in double figures already. Astou Traoré, the number 10, has 10, as does Diop, the number 12, who's 4 of 4 from the field and has provided 5 assists as well. And Ramata Dow close to a double-double already, 8 points, 10 rebounds. They've also got 8 points from the captain and reigning MVP, Aya Traoré. Egypt led by 8 from Rima Sama, who's coming off the bench to hit 3 of 6. But their star player, Soraya Dekadi, still yet to score, has missed all 4 of her shots and provided just 1 assist so far.
Yeah, it's always the job of the commentator to look at the stats at half-time or in the breaks between periods. And as you said, Tim, Soraya Dekadi, no points. But a stat that stands out to me, and I can't believe this, I just cannot believe that it's only 9 turnovers against Egypt compared to 12 Senegal. That is... well, that's ridiculous. I tell you what, though, statsmen, they look at turnovers and they see travelling, 3 seconds, bad pass, or shot clock violation. What they don't see, and what is a turnover has to be, is a missed layup. There have been dozens of missed layups, and so therefore the turnover count against Egypt is ridiculously higher than normal, than 9. I'm afraid they've committed 9 travelling and shot clock violation, but the number of missed layups they've spurned, that turnover count has to be higher than that.
Another part of the 23% shooting from the field that I was talking about. The other stat that stands out is the rebounding, of course, 33 to 15 in favour of Senegal, 9 to 3 on the offensive glass.
It's always this stage of the competition as well, when your commentators and just about everybody else in the stadium as well is trying to work out the possibilities in the group stage, etc. There is a key game in this group later on today, and that is the DR Congo against Mozambique. If DR Congo lose that, then Egypt are safe. If DR Congo win it, then Egypt still have to wait until game 5. Or we're making the assumption Egypt are going to lose this game. Well, unless we have a fantastic fight back, which I can't see coming. But if DR Congo lose, then Egypt are safe in the group. But if DR Congo win that, then it's back in the mix.
In terms of this game and this 21-point Senegalese lead, what we have seen in the past is Senegal letting big leads slip in the last 2 games for the gap to close to 9 and 7 respectively on game day 2 and game day 3. So they do allow teams back in, and we've also seen, albeit just in the first half of the first game, that Soraya Dekadi has the ability to light it up from downtown. So there are ingredients that could make this exciting, but it is highly unlikely.
Tim, I'm a great man for sayings, and what's the saying? Once bitten, twice shy. Okay, Senegal had a bit of a wake-up call on day 3. I'm not sure they're going to have one today.
Half-time might have been a bit of a wake-up call for Soraya Dekadi, because she's just hit her first basket only 10 seconds into the second half. Astou Traoré's long 2 won't go down. Offensive rebound. It's their 10th of the game already. They missed the second chance opportunity. Halwa for 3.
Well,
a quick fire, 5 points at the start of the second half for Egypt.
What do I know? Timeout Senegal.
Timeout Senegal with just 41 seconds of the third quarter played. The gap has been closed from 21 down to 16. Perfect start to the third for Egypt.
Coach Mamadou Guy, that's enough. Seen enough. Timeout. What's going on?
What we saw in the first half was Egypt missing those 3-point attempts, just 2 of 9, but they get the first one of the second half to go. That's why they had such a big win in the first couple of games, because of that outside shooting. A large part of the reason why. If they can find their range here in the second half, who knows?
Coach Guy there just reminding his players the game's not done yet. He was angry when he called the timeout, and during the timeout he was trying to be calm. Let's see what effect his chastening words have had.
Look at the leading rebounders for Egypt. And it's Mai Halwa that leads him in that part with 5. She's also contributed 3 assists, but not scored a point yet. Gone 0 of 5 from the field. On by Sidiop to the far side. Astou Traoré to try and answer back with the 3, and she gets the hop off the front rim.
Well, that play was designed for Astou Traoré. Okay, she got the 3. As you say, got the hop. Oh, was a player inside. That's good defense against the cutting player.
Another one from the outside from Egypt. And I was just saying Mai Halwa hadn't hit. Well, she has now. 16-point game again. Here's Aya Traoré to try and answer back. She can't, but it's batted back. Another offensive rebound.
Yeah, if you can't get 2 hands on the rebound, keep it alive. What will do if you can tap into a teammate?
Ball movement around the perimeter, not the hop that time for Astou. And here comes the transition. 3-on-3 fast break. Soraya Kadi behind the back pass. The layup blown again. You've seen 3 of those now. Now it's the fast break the other way. The ball movement, the composure, the perimeter shot, the dagger to the heart of Egypt.
Well, Egypt missed 2, and Senegal get the maximum from their fast break. Second phase fast break, a 3-pointer. That's a 5-point play. That's also psychologically so damaging.
Soraya Kadi driving in. Very difficult layup, but with the outstretched arm able to draw the contact.
Great example there of a true pro. Astou Traoré, she didn't think there was a foul, but immediately put her hand up and said, "Okay, ref, fair enough, you got me."
She goes to get a few instructions from the bench as Soraya goes to the line.
This is a different Soraya Kadi than we saw in the first half.
0 of 4 from the field in the first half and didn't get a trip to the line. Well, she's hit a field goal and foul shots now in the second. Sene to Astou Traoré. Out to Sidiop. Sidiop, wonderful pass, and around the perimeter it goes. Sene can't hit that one.
Well, I was convinced that pass was going into the bleachers then.
Soraya stops and pops from the corner of the paint, can't hit. Still Egyptian ball. And it's still game on, 17 points difference with 17 minutes to play. Halwa had a 3 recently. This time she's going to drive inside and kick it out. Al-Shawi back to Halwa. Halwa on the move, puts it in. 5 quick fire points for her.
Super 2v2 play there from Egypt. And that time they didn't throw a hope shot.
Sene, nobody guards her, so she takes on the 3, misses it. Rebound Sharif. Here's Halwa. Halwa pushes the ball forward to Osama. Astou Traoré, great defensive diligence to get back and bat it out of bounds.
Where was this organisation, where was this determination from Egypt in the first half? They wasted 20 minutes.
To Halwa, good luck mid-range. She hesitated though and missed it.
Again, an example of not knowing whether to bank it or not. Oh, that's just wide open.
Complete collapse in the defence, and Sarr makes them pay.
Come on, Egypt, you've got to play both ends of the floor.
It's another quick 4-point swing. The miss and the conversion at the other end. They have to be careful not to turn it over. 17 points the difference. Here goes Osama. Threw it up with a bit of contact, can't bump it in. Gets it back, high off the window, misses again. She's disappointed with herself, and I think maybe with the officials as well. Thrown into the hands of Soraya Kadi though, who's on the move. She gets plenty of contact as she goes around.
That's
pulls
foul,
up.
3-shot foul.
3-point shot.
4-point play possibility.
Soraya Kadi, the 2 star players going toe to toe, and it's the Egyptian who comes out on top, and a chance at a 4-point play.
That is wonderful recognition from Soraya Delgado. She knew the defense was there. She buried the three and she got a bonus. No reaction from Astou Traore.
Her second foul.
Now, if you put this in, Soraya, I wonder whether there'll be eye-to-eye contact. She did put it in, and no reaction. I thought she was going to give Soraya, give Traore a little look there.
13-point game now. Sene across to Astou Traore. Towards the baseline to Sarr. Flat shot doesn't go. Offensive rebound put back in, and it's pretty hard to win a game when your opponents shoot twice to every one shot of your own.
And we have a timeout. So perhaps Coach Ahmed Ashur of Egypt has got to remind his players they can still win this game.
15 points the difference. Egypt 38, Senegal 53, approaching the midway point of the third quarter.
And a quick update as well, 2 fouls against Senegal, 0 against Egypt.
يبقى سيب ده مع الكوره بص الكوره سيب ده وروح اعمل دبل تيم هنا عشان حد يجي يكمل.
ما ثانيه ما انا بيبقى مني هنا
مش مشكله سيبك منه سقطي منه تحت. لو مالك كده الكوره هنا الكوره هنا ايه راحت الكورنر.
Of course, the coach has to remind his players what their game plays are, etc. But the timeout may possibly be ended or should be ended. As please put your layups in. We would have an even game now had Egypt been able to put their, well, not uncontested layups, but they've not all been contested.
Egypt have certainly shown us in the second half that they can make a game of this. Roy Howell, one of the key players with 8 points, hitting a big three-pointer. After she missed her first 5 shots of the game. She and Soraya Dekadi have come to play in the second half. Here's Rima Sama, leading scorer of the first half, called for the double dribble and turns it over.
An unforced error, double dribble.
Sene to Aya Traore, Sene to Astou Traore. Foul line Sarr across to Aya, takes on the three-point shot and knocks it down, and Senegal searing hot after the timeout. Five apiece from downtown. There's the handoff, the drive, the kick out to Osama for 3 to try and answer back. Can't hit. Sene to Astou Traore. Back-to-back threes for Senegal.
Well, Senegal have possibly said, OK, Egypt, you've got close enough, that's it. 2 threes without reply.
Back-to-back threes and back in command. 21 points for Astou Traore, who's averaged around 25 so far at this tournament. Ball knocked away, she comes up with a steal as well. Can she find a pass down the floor? She gets fouled. How demoralising for Egypt to have closed the gap to 12, having been down by 21, and then the blink of an eye, it's 21 again.
Yeah, they say you play this game with the inside of your head. You also play it with your heart.
Aya Traore to CDR, and then Sarr misses from the foul line. Osama to Soraya Dekadi. Found Howell eventually after the hesitation, and Howell puts it in. Completely different performance from her here in the second half.
And that was all about the poise from Delgado. She stopped, popped, or rather stopped and waited for the trailing player to arrive.
Sene for 3, they've been a hat-trick of threes in the space of a minute or so.
Well, you can't win a game if you exchange 2s for 3s.
And I think That is the largest lead of the game now at 22. Awad. Finds Soraya. Awad calling for it, Soraya clinging on to it. Now Sharway. Power, that's a very difficult shot. It falls kindly for Awad, who puts it in.
I'm not sure, but I think that may be the first score off an offensive rebound for Egypt.
Astou Traoré puts it on the floor, has it knocked away by Awad, and then there's a foul called.
Rare turnover there from Astou Traoré, and what's making it worse is she reaching into the foul. Soraya, is she hurt? I hope not. No, she's okay. Just taking a rest. Delgado, and still smiles break out on the Egyptian team.
Astou goes to the bench. We're seeing different points tallies from different sources here. So the scoreboard has her with 19 points so far. Here's a whack, knocked away. Still going to be Egypt ball.
It's all about timing when you're trying to play a pick and roll. Twice now, Egypt have come a long, long way against this dribbling against the screen. About a metre away from it.
Still 10 seconds on the shot clock, but they turn it over in the first second of that, and then a double dribble from Sunny to turn it right back.
That's good officiating. The Polish referee was off to officiate the fast break, and he's back to the play, and his co-official saw the double dribble right behind him. That's excellent refereeing.
Howard to Soraya Dekadi.
Use the screen properly. That's better.
Around the frame of Sharif, corner of the paint, finds Awad, grabs her own rebound, dances in off the baseline, incisive move.
If you execute the fundamentals properly, things happen. Good things happen.
Tiam for three from the corner. She's missed a couple in a row now. And here goes Awad down the floor. Misses the layup again. Would you believe this from Egypt? They've missed maybe 4 or 5 of those now.
Tim, after seeing how they missed so many layups against Nigeria, the answer is yes, I would believe it.
And so often they're made to pay at the other end in transition as Aya Traoré knocks that one down. Soraya on to Al-Sharway. Won't go for her, a battle for the board. Inevitably Senegal come away with it. Tiam, 3-on-1 fast break. She hesitates, fakes the pass and just puts it in.
That's called poise. She waited, read the defense and dropped it in.
22 points the lead again. Awad, who missed that open layup. Would have been her 3rd field goal in quick succession had she hit it. Soraya Dekadi.
Shot clock on 4.
She has to just throw one up there, heaves it, and it turns into a pass, but there's no time to take on the shot.
It just beat the shot clock. Sorry, it didn't. The ball was in there for what seemed like an age. The shot clock buzzer went. Anyway, the rebounder didn't score.
Senegalese fans enjoying the occasion, as they always do. Barring an implosion, their team will go 4-0. Almost intercepted, brought down in the end by Abdel Gawad. Soraya has to hit this one, and she does. Tiam to Dieng. Sarr. Double team momentarily. Dieng's the free player, misses, offensive rebound and a foul.
Well, many people may have given up on Egypt at half-time, Tim. They were trailing by 21. They're actually leading this 3rd quarter by 1 point. Okay, Senegal have got 2 free throws here, so they may win the quarter. But what it's saying is that Egypt can play. Now, where was the belief in the 1st and 2nd quarters as Delgado goes out?
Well, they had brought it back to within 12 as well at one stage before a Senegalese timeout. And Senegal picked their moment to pounce and hit a few 3-pointers, and here we are back at 21 now. 22. What we have seen the last couple of games is Senegal letting teams back in, having had a healthy lead at the half.
And it's by no means their bench.
Awad misses that layup. A little more difficult than the previous one, but still a very good chance to score. Awad makes amends though with a steal at the other end, and she's got to hit this one and does. Final seconds of the quarter. No time to throw up the shot from centre court. So at the end of 3, we've got ourselves a 20-point game. Egypt getting the better of the third quarter, but still down big. It's Egypt 48, Senegal 68 at the end of 3.
Well, a team with an interest in this in the group stages is Mozambique, because Egypt play Mozambique tomorrow, and that may be the game that decides who progresses to the quarterfinals. But it's all about going to Spain next year.
The Women's Basketball World Cup in Spain next September. The 2 finalists of this competition will be there. Senegal certainly hoping to be back in the final to defend the gold medal they won in Cameroon a couple of years ago when they defeated the hosts. And here we look at the stats from this game. We see the dominance still for Senegal inside, 58% compared to Egypt's 30%. And both teams improving on the outside as well, now above 30%. Egypt, though, missing plenty of layups inside, really damaging that 2-point shooting percentage and damaging their chances in this game.
Well, at half-time, Egypt had 20 minutes to try and win this game. They got within 12, now they've only got 10 minutes. But it's still possible. They hit 2 threes without reply at the beginning of that third quarter, and then they let Senegal back into the lead as well. And I think it's like a broken record, Tim. Missed layups all the time, missed layups.
They're not at the half-century mark yet, but they are a team that have the potential to score big at any given moment. They averaged over 100 points per game across the first 2 games of the competition. Start of the fourth quarter, Egypt 48, Senegal 68. A turnover right out of the gates. Here comes Awad, player guilty of missing a couple of those layups in the third. Abdel Gawad to Ehab. Ehab going inside. Here's Noor Ali. Over the head, difficult shot, trying to grab her own rebound. She falls to the floor and she wraps both arms around it.
And the possession arrow indicates it's Egypt possession.
Abdel Gawad to inbound from the baseline. Noor Ali going to go to work again under the hoop. Got away from a trouble, called for a travel, yeah.
The referee had to think about that one.
She walked away under the basket to get out of trouble. Three players in double figures for Egypt, despite their struggles. 10 apiece for Halwa, Awad and Osama already. 4 in double figures for Senegal. Awad back to Abdel Gawad, who misses the 3. Wide open 3 as well. Sene showed her pace in the first half. Sarr, cross court to Tiam, showed her shooting range earlier in the game. She steps in to make the mid-ranger. Very smooth shooter.
Very smooth lefty.
Sarr the rebound after Abdel Gawad's miss in transition. Here's Tiam again. Across to Sene, push to the corner. 3-point shot from the other side, over the top of the basket from C, who hasn't played a great deal of this tournament.
Well, this is the Egypt we saw against Nigeria. Just too many coast-to-coast dribbles and missed layups.
Bakra, over the top, picked up by Ali, and a chance at a 3-point play.
Play completed.
19-point game, 8.5 minutes to play. Sene. See. Across to Tian, feeds it into the low post, knocked away from down.
Excellent sealing initially on the low post there, and also excellent defense.
See for the deep inbound pass back to Sene. Sene through a gap out to this near side to C, puts the ball on the floor this time, steps in for the mid-range and misses it. Rebound Gawad. Abdel Gawad to Ali, steps back for the long two. Ball out of bounds, still Egypt possession.
The difference in the second half, Egypt are contesting the offensive rebounds now.
There goes Ehab, finds a nice pass, so Wan puts it in. A chance for back-to-back three-point plays for Egypt to get back in the game.
Well, the Egyptian coach is going to lead this tournament at whatever stage Egypt make, and he's going to look at two games. He's going to look at the game against Nigeria, and he's going to look at this game and say, we must improve upon what we did wrong there, and they did a lot wrong. They're a good team, young team, a bit of effort, and they could be a very good team.
Great ball movement around the perimeter into the low post, the contact and the finish. Ramata Dow, who already has a double-double, and a chance to add one more point from the foul line.
She's causing havoc in there, Ramata Dow. She's got great vision in the low post. If she doesn't get the ball, she opens up the lane for a teammate, and it's all about eye contact.
She's got a 12-point, 11-rebound double-double, shooting 5 of 6 from the field in less than 20 minutes on court. $18 points the difference though after the missed free throw. Here goes Abdel Gawad under the hoop. What a drive that is!
Great ball protection as well.
And she tips it as well. It's the same player on defense. Abdel Gawad still believes for Egypt. Here she goes again.
Oh.
Another layup. Back-to-back baskets for Abdel Gawad with the interception in between.
Abdel Gawad is playing her heart out at the moment. Number 49.
One of those players who played at the Under-19s World Cup in Italy. And looking to make her mark on the senior stage. You said a little earlier in the half, Roy, it's a game played in the head but also with the heart. She's playing with a big heart right now.
And of course this without Soraya Delgadi. I don't know how long she'll be on the bench for.
It's a 14-point game. And the long three for Sene from way beyond the setting sun.
Whenever Egypt get a sniff, Senegal have the perfect response.
Bakra. Here's Ehab. Ehab looking to drive. Back out to Noor Ali. Knocked away. All of Egypt's hard work undone. Once again, in a flash. Astou Traoré from Sene's feet.
Terrific pass there from Sene. The no-look pass may have gone through her legs. Oh, a double dribble again.
Every time Egypt hinted a comeback, Senegal put it to bed. 23 now for Astou Traoré.
And again, as nearly always, it's a quiet 23. Where did those 23 points come from?
She doesn't take many shots to get those kind of numbers, shooting around 80% inside over the first 3 games.
Out of bounds, good defense. No, there's a foul on the play. A little nudge to make that opponent go out of bounds.
Astou Traoré 9 of 17 from the field so far in this one.
Still no Degadi for Egypt, so perhaps the coach just saving her for that key game tomorrow, Egypt against Mozambique. It all depends on another game today, DR Congo against Mozambique, whether Egypt go through this 2-win record.
Offensive ball, back to Sene. Who hit a really deep three not too long ago. Missed that most recent one. Over the head pass, back to Aya Traore. Abdel Gawad, again with some good hustle play, getting contact. Point game with 6 minutes to play. Now we're looking to make a presence felt on the perimeter. Awad shoots over the top and misses.
Good old-fashioned front screen there, shooting over a teammate.
Pass high catch for Astou Traore. Sidiop puts it on the floor, finds Aya Traore underneath, and she gets a foul, and will go to the line for two.
Mild encouragement there from Mamadou Gueye, coach to Senegal. Thumbs up, you played well. That's how to do it.
Soraya Dakadi is back in the game with 5.5 minutes to play. 4 in double figures for Senegal, led by Astou Traore's 21. They've had 13 from Aya Traore. In fact, add one more onto that from the foul line. 12 from Dow, who's got a double-double. 10 from CDR. Offensive rebound off the missed free throw. CDR to Aya Traore. Can't hit, she gets caught in the eye. And eventually it's Egypt ball.
Yeah, if you get a finger in the eye, at least ask the referee to stop the game.
Soraya Dakadi. There's the interception, and there's the foul.
That's the worst thing Dakadi's done this game. The pass wasn't on and she still gave it. And her teammate was left with nothing but an unsportsmanlike foul.
Soon after she'd just come back in after a fairly lengthy rest. Noor Ali will go to the bench now. 5 minutes to play. She's just going to get some words of wisdom from the coach. This free throw from Aminata Fall, who's not played a great deal in this tournament. She gets the second one.
But they have possession on the half.
Free throws and possession because of the unsportsmanlike foul. 12 points for Dow, we're seeing on screen there. She also has a double-double. Fall with a tense screen out to Astou Traore. Fall on the foul line. This is the shot, another offensive rebound. Another 2 points for Dow.
Timeout Egypt.
The timeout just over the midway point of the final quarter. Senegal about to go 4-0. Egypt will fall to 2-2, barring a miracle in these last 4 minutes and 49 seconds.
But as far as the tournament is concerned, Egypt did themselves a hell of a favour by winning their first 2 games. They may still be involved in a 3-way tie. They may still be involved in a 2-way tie, for that matter, to see the positions. Remember, it's a 2 groups of 6, and the top 4 go through. First in each group plays the bottom team from the 4 in the other group, and possibly the tighter games, 2 versus 3. And of course, 3v2.
That quarter-final picture will start to take shape over the next day or two.
One thing we can say about the quarterfinals, Senegal are there. Will they be top of the group? Well, Nigeria may have something to say about that, because they're 3-0 today as well.
And those two, of course, play each other tomorrow in a game that looks destined to be one for top spot. just under 5 minutes to play, 23-point differential. Howell tipped away from Abdel Gawad. Egyptian ball still.
I think Senegal is still in a man-to-man, although they may be switching.
Soraya. Ihab has the crossovers, the moves through the paint. This is the layup. Fall releases to Ayad Traore. Trapped by the double team, forced into the turnover.
That's a well-forced turnover as well.
Great to see that Egypt is still working hard for each and every point and on each and every play. You have to think about the points differential that could come into play as well in these groups.
Well, that's almost a 5-second call there. Indecision by Egypt. Shot clock on 2.
Soraya wasn't aware, maybe she was, but she couldn't make the move in time.
Egypt do tend to run very, very deep into the shot clock. And when they are deep, old Soraya Delgado almost inevitably has the decision to make, and a prayer shot goes up. All credit to the Senegalese defense.
For 3, hits another one. It's a 26-point game now for her. Abdel Gawad tipped away. And here comes Senegal again with Dieng.
Great
away.
hands.
Abdel Gawad couldn't control it over his shoulder, but she recovers the ball on the deck, and here goes Ihab. Goes one way, then the other, and goes to the line.
Some of the Senegalese officials here and dignitaries enjoying what they're seeing at the moment, just like the fans are.
Ihab hits the first, one more to come. Dieng to Ayad Traore, across to Astou Traore and over her head.
Not even Astou Traore could leap that high.
Just seen on screen a few moments ago, the fouls show up, just 11 for Egypt, 12 for Senegal. Would you have liked to have seen Egypt foul a bit more, make Senegal earn those points from the foul line?
Well, as I said in the first half, very, very experienced players would use things like hesitation, dribble, change of hands on the fast break, and draw fouls and score at the same time as well. Whereas Egypt, they just seem to have one option, straight to the hoop and possibly miss the layup. That comes with experience, of course.
Step back, turn, shot and foul. Chance of a 3-point play for Ramata Dow, who continues her big game.
Tall, angular, long arms, long legs, and super fundamentals as well.
17 points now for Dow. It's her first big scoring game of the competition. Ihab still looking to play aggressively, but to no avail. We're approaching the final 2 minutes in. Thrown back into the hands of Ihab, who did well to get back on defence. Quick release down court to Soraya, who puts it in.
We've not said that many times.
She has at least responded in the second half. Double figures now. She didn't score at all in the first half. She picks up the foul there.
Tired foul there by Soraya Dagadi. May even have been tactical, but then again, her team are in the penalty.
first time, I think, that either team have reached the penalty in this game.
Yeah, Polish referee just checking that that is actually the case. And it is.
Senegal have 4 fouls in this quarter as well as Egypt's 5. Dieng at the stripe. The lead is 28 points now for Senegal.
And wholesale subs.
She checks out on, well, depending on where you look, between 24 and 26 points. We're getting different information from different sources. Soraya trying to pass over the top, tipped away, recovered on the baseline. Quick release for Thiam down the floor towards the baseline at the other end. Soraya Dakadi will come away with it. Final 90 seconds. Howler lines up at central 3, misses.
Well, if you're going to fire up a 3, you might give some indication to your teammates, because there wasn't a rebounder there then.
C, back out, Thiam to the corner, 4 for the long 2, gets it to 4. Final minute of the game, 30 points differential for the first time.
That's a shame for Egypt, because at the start of the game we did think it would be 30 points, but that stirring performance in the third quarter, I mean, it could quite easily have been 12-15 or so.
They brought it back to 12 in the third, but that's a lovely pass down the floor. The release from Thiam over the top to Fall, who puts it in back-to-back baskets for her.
Well, in the end, it's just been sheer class from Senegal and inexperience from Egypt. There's an example of it.
Just a couple of seconds differential between shot and game clock at the end of the 4th game of the competition for these two. Thiam, another nice pass, this time closer to the basket, off the mark for Sidibe though. Driving in, missing a layup. And what an appropriate way to finish the game for Egypt, because there's been so many missed layups from them. Just 3 seconds to play. Senegal stars see them back in business after a couple of tight games. They win this one big by 32 to go 4-0. It's finished Egypt 61, Senegal 93.
So Senegal played 4, won 4. Egypt played 4, won 2, lost 2.
Senegal, we know, are going to be in the quarter-finals. It's just about who wins the group, and they may well go up against Nigeria in their final group game tomorrow to decide that. Nigeria 3-0 and play later today to try and tie with Senegal. And Egypt 2-2 still face a wait to decide whether they will make it through to the quarter-finals, and we'll have another big game tomorrow. But a much more well-rounded, accomplished performance from the defending champions, who show their gold medal credentials. And they do it with a big game inside, shooting 57%. In the end, getting 10 three-pointers to go as well, after just 1 in the hole of the first half. And a colossal rebounding game, doubling Egypt's numbers on the boards and near tripling it on the offensive glass, and surviving 23 turnovers.
Yeah, what the two coaches have got to do now, Senegal coach Mamadou Guy has got to go away and say, yes, we played very well, tougher times to come. What the Egyptian coach, Hamad El-Shah, has got to do, he's got to look at 2 videos, or two game videos, one yesterday, or the day before yesterday rather, Nigeria, and this one, and say what might have been. And basically, they've got to take 1,000 shots a day, each player.
leading 4 players in double figures with another 20-plus point game. Astou Traoré as Senegal win it 93-61.